Over the years, I've used different cameras to create content here on YouTube. And today, I'm going to be ranking all these cameras on a tier list system, starting from the S tier all the way to the E tier, S being the best, E being don't think about it. I've got 12 cameras here on my list, and I'll be having 4 factors that will be determining where I rank these cameras on my tier list. One of the factors being the ease of use, like is the camera easy to use to create content? Everything here will be revolving around creating content for YouTube and not the general use of the camera, so you have to keep that in mind. The other thing will be the best experience or the most enjoyable camera to use to create content on YouTube, and then the camera that gave me the best image quality so far, and then the last thing will be which camera actually felt like a massive upgrade or something huge for my YouTube channel the moment I started using it. So without further ado, I don't want to ramble much, let's get into the ranking. Well, I started with a Nikon D3300 to create content on YouTube. Honestly speaking, I wouldn't recommend that camera to anyone who's looking to create video content. For photography, it was amazing. I still like the camera up to now, and you can get it for just around $100 right now. That's how cheap it is at the moment. It's good for photography, but for videography, I'm gonna put it on the E tier. Don't buy it, don't even think about it. Now, after successfully failing to create any good content with the Nikon D3300, I went on to the iPhone. I started with iPhone 6, then I jumped all the way to iPhone 13. Well, the iPhone did a decent job for me, but yeah, like it wasn't that good. The good thing with the iPhone is the internal mic was also good, so I never needed an external mic for it. I just could set it up and start creating content. The biggest downside of the iPhone was its low light capabilities, and also the fact that it wasn't that flexible for me to use it. Like it was always wide, and yeah, like the shallow depth of field was always digital. I never felt like I liked it, and at that time I was using a Windows PC to edit. I didn't have a MacBook, so integrating the two was also not fun. So the iPhone, I'll put it on C tier. Then we go to the next camera that I used, which was the original DJI Osmo Pocket. I really liked it. I used it on so many videos. Like I created so many videos with that camera, and so because of that, I'm gonna put it on the B tier because it was flexible, it was small, I could carry it everywhere. I took it to concerts, I took it to the boat, I took it to the festivals, like everywhere. It was just a great all-round camera, and unfortunately somebody stole it from me with a lot of amazing footage, but yeah, it is what it is. From there we go to the Panasonic Lumix GH4. The GH4 goes straight to the A tier. The only reason why the GH4 is not on the S tier is because it had terrible autofocus. I think about 70% of the videos on this channel were shot using the GH4. The camera was great, 4K was cool, I could adapt any lens that I wanted to adapt to it, and it worked perfectly, apart from the autofocus of course, but it really revolutionized my content creation journey. Like this was an incredible camera for me. It did a lot for me. I loved it. I'm not even gonna lie, I loved it. After the GH4, I went on to buy the GH5 Mark II. GH5 Mark II also comes the A tier. Like it was a great camera. I actually used it up to last year. That's how recent I had this camera. Like it was so good. I loved everything about this camera. The camera could do anything, like literally it was like the Micro Four Thirds version of the Panasonic S5. So it could do anything and everything, and I really enjoyed using it. I used it with Canon lenses, the EF lenses, using a Metabone adapter, and I loved it. Of course, there's lots of content on this channel that I shot using this camera, so there's nothing that I can say was bad about that camera, apart from, of course, the autofocus. Autofocus is the only reason why it's not on S tier. From there, I got a Sony A7C. Sony A7C, I don't know if I just didn't know how to use it. I don't know, but I really never liked the camera. nothing was working for me with the camera. Like, it took incredible photos. When it came to photography, amazing. But for the videos, I think I used it on just one video and I never liked it, and so I just sold it. So the A7C for me will go on the D tier. Just because of that, like, it was too expensive and maybe I didn't know how to use it, but I never liked it. For photography, amazing. For videography, I hated it. The next camera on my list is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. This camera, like, it changed my business as a videographer. It changed the way I charged clients. It changed the quality of my videos. Like, I started getting people asking me, bro, what camera do you use, when I started using this camera. But on this video, talking about YouTube content. And honestly speaking, I wouldn't recommend you to buy this camera for your YouTube channel unless you have a cameraman that is filming you. But if you're just filming yourself, it's too overkill. You don't need it. But for other things, yes, this camera is amazing. I loved everything about this camera. I had fun using it. But for YouTube content, I'll put it on B tier. Then the next camera, I've got the Sony A7 III. Sony A7 III was a great camera when it came into the market. Like, people had never seen anything like that. It was a revolutionary camera. And what it has done for the filmmaking culture, or the content creation culture as a whole, this camera was amazing when it came out. But just like the A7C, I just think I wasn't good at using it. I didn't get the quality that other people were getting out of this camera. I don't know what settings I was getting wrong. I didn't get to understand the Sony ecosystem well, but still, it performed way better than the A7C. But if I could try to pair it up with maybe one of my Blackmagic cameras, I could just see the difference in quality. And that's something that I never understood. I didn't know if I was the one who was doing things wrong or the camera was terrible. But from my experience using it, I actually struggled using it. So I'm gonna put it on the B tier also. Now, next on the list is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. Well, just like the name says, it shoots in 6K. Incredible camera, amazing for cinematography, amazing for client projects. Definitely not for YouTube videos. Like, it's too overkill. You don't need it for your YouTube videos. I'd never recommend you to buy the camera because it shoots, like, the files are massive. The files from this camera are huge. You don't need it for your YouTube channel. If you're thinking of starting a videography agency or something like that, then I can recommend that camera. Like, it's amazing for client projects. You can never go wrong with it, that is, unless you don't know how to shoot manually. But for YouTube, it's too overkill. You don't need it. So because of that, I'm gonna put it on the C tier. But image quality, incredible. It beats any of the cameras that are already in the list right now. Now, next on my list is the Panasonic S5 Mark II, the camera that I'm filming with right now. This one for me goes direct to the S tier. Autofocus amazing, image quality impeccable. Like, everything in this camera is just beautiful. The menu system is easy to navigate, so it makes it so easy to use. The autofocus, as you guys can see, I'm in focus the entire time. The fact that I can adapt other lenses, like right now I'm using a Canon EF lens on it and the autofocus is working perfectly. I use the camera like in 85% of what I do right now. Like, even on client projects, I use this camera. This camera can do anything and everything, and I love it, and I think it's the best investment I've ever made in my filmmaking career. For what you get in this camera, the price is just a steal, because I bought this camera for just 1,400 euros, brand new. I love the camera. I can't say anything bad about it. I can only wax lyrical about this camera. Now, my next camera is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. When it comes to image quality, this is the best camera that I've ever owned in my entire career. Dynamic range, incredible. Internal NDs, oh, chef's kiss. Everything in this camera is amazing apart from battery life, which, yeah, is terrible. Now, let's come back to the context. YouTube videos. Do you want to use the 6K Pro? No. Too overkill. You don't need it for your YouTube channel. You don't need it for YouTube videos. I use this camera on client projects, high-end client projects. But when it comes to creating YouTube content, I think I'll say B tier. Simply because there is a way that I can control the focus using my phone. So although it lacks autofocus, I can actually focus using my phone. I can connect the camera to my phone and I focus while seated here, and then I have myself in focus. I've actually used it on like 2 or 3 videos on my channel, and those are the videos that I've had people ask me, bro, did you switch your camera? The quality is amazing. And that's because of the 6K Pro. Incredible camera. I love this camera. Nothing can ever make me sell this camera. I don't know. Okay, let me not say that. Maybe there's something that might make me sell it, but so far, this is the best camera that I own. Last but not least, we got the Insta360 X5. It came out this year, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, the X5, it's good, but it's not great, if you understand what I mean. Simply because, first of all, there is the pure video that was so hyped, but honestly, the pure video mode is actually not that good. Maybe I'm getting the settings wrong again on the Insta360, but I don't know. I just feel like there is something lacking there when it comes to low light performance. You know, like I film in 4K or 5K or 8K, and I still get videos that are looking as if they were shot on an iPhone, and I'm like, come on, you can do better than that. That is the problem that I have with the Insta360. The other problem that I have is I don't own the microphone. I think I'll have to buy it for me to be able to connect the audio to it. So audio is another problem. I'm forced to use the internal mic. So that is a big issue for me. I saw some people saying that you can connect your DJI mic to it directly. I don't own a DJI mic. I own Holyland mics, but the LAC M1, the first generation, I don't have the M2. So since I have the first generation of the mics, they actually can't connect with this. So that, combined with the fact that if I shoot in 360 mode, I'm gonna have to first go and set keyframes and do all this other stuff on their application before I can send the video to DaVinci Resolve. It just makes it hard to use or hard for me to recommend for YouTube videos. But you can use the single lens mode, but that beats the purpose of using a 360 camera, because the reason why you want to use a 360 camera is because you want to be able to utilize its full potential, and using it on single lens mode just doesn't cut it for me. I love the camera for content creation. I like it for getting some impossible shots, but I wouldn't say that this is a camera that I would recommend to someone who wants to start creating YouTube content, because it has a steep learning curve. I still watch tutorials on how to do some things used on the camera. That makes it hard for me to recommend it to beginners. But where do I rank it? I think I'll also put it on the B tier, because it's not bad, but it's just that it's also not great, if you know what I mean. It is a good camera. I use it to record my DJ sets. For you who didn't know, I DJ a lot, so I use it to record my DJ sets. For that, it's amazing, but when the light is not that good, it's not that great. That's what I'd say. So that's how the list of all the cameras that I've ever used on YouTube looks like, either on this channel or on any other channel that I have. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got value from it. If you did, kindly give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Otherwise, thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Blessings.